This is a little PSA. I had a couple conversations recently that made me go, we had to throw something out there to help educate about a misconception. I think people oftentimes think a headhunter or a third-party recruiter is often at odds with an internal recruiter with one of our clients. It couldn't be further from the truth, actually. So let's break down an internal recruiter's typical day-to-day or what a lot of them are focused on. They may be responsible for recruitment for a department, perhaps for a region, maybe for the entire organization. It just depends on the circumstances. So I'm going to relate this to our fuel and lubricant clients. So an internal recruiter, say it's a small regional company that has responsibility to staff for an organization. In any typical day, they may have openings in a warehouse for hourly roles like dispatch, inside sales, customer service, drivers, obviously, which are terribly hard to find right now. Then there's the salaried side. So there's sales roles, managerial roles, analytical roles, technical roles, supply chain roles, you name it. So that's tons of different candidate pools. So this one person is responsible to develop all these different candidate pools. So what ends up happening? That person's overwhelmed. They have too much work. I don't care how good they are or how good the technology that they have is. You can't possibly, one individual, develop all those candidate pools. So what happens is they turn to the post and pray method. You post a job and pray you get the right talent. So what is post and pray getting? It gets you a lot of active talent, which right now there's a lot of active talent, unfortunately, on the market because of the pandemic. But what posting and praying does not get you is passive talent. And there's a lot of different roles out there, especially in certain segments, that passive talent is really primarily how those roles are filled. So when it comes to the difference there, the active talent versus passive talent, those candidate pools are developed and nurtured in very different ways. The internal recruiters oftentimes have too much on their plate in such a broad array of positions that it's pretty much impossible or near impossible for those individuals to develop passive talent within all those different segments of candidate pools. So in comes the third party, the headhunter, the hired gun. It's a role that we're able to focus on such a narrow niche. We have the resources, the time, the knowledge, the skills, the abilities within that niche to focus just on that, just on developing and nurturing talent within a very small segment. And so that's the difference in where we come in, and we're just really a tool for the internal recruiter or for an organization where active talent doesn't fill the gap and you need someone to go find passive talent. There's a huge candidate pool of passive talent who's not applying to jobs. The top tier revenue generators, the folks that move the bottom line for your competitors, managerial type folks, other salaried positions, those individuals who are the emerging, valiant up-and-comers who aren't going to put their name out there, or the industry veterans who have a wealth of knowledge, skills, and abilities and experience that they bring with them, but they're not going to put their name out there. They're confidential, passive talent. So that's the difference. We're a tool to solve that problem, where oftentimes internal recruiters, frankly, have just a very difficult job because they're spread across such a broad array of candidate pools. So for what it's worth, just want to do a quick PSA. We are not at odds with internal recruiters. In fact, we're a tool to hopefully make their jobs easier. Reach out to me if you want to talk to it. I love talking about this stuff. I've got great relationships with internal recruiters, with the customers that I work with. So I'd be happy to have a chat with you. Have a great day.